Caitlin Clark's return, lads. Caitlin Clark's return. On ABC, nationally televised game.
Guys, Caitlin Clark is officially back, okay, for the Indiana Fever. Guys, the Indiana Fever just gave the freaking New York Liberty their first L. Their first L of the season. I was wondering, I'm like, who is it going to...
Caitlin Clark just scored 32 points like it was nothing, and guess who paid the price? The undefeated Liberty. The Indiana Fever came out ready to fight. It wasn't just a game, it felt like Caitlin's personal revenge tour. She brought the fire, the attitude, and the drama. This wasn't just a win, it was a full-on show, and Clark was the star of every scene.
Back again. Caitlin's back. Tell Caitlin Clark Kent back in action. Where do I even start? 32 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks, 7 threes, 11 for 20 in only 31 minutes of basketball. The Indiana Fever say, come on, New York. Come on. Somebody's got to give you this first L, and I guess it's going to be us.
Caitlin Clark didn't just play, she came with sniper vision, a rocket arm, and no respect for physics. She was hitting shots from 30 feet like it was easy, actually, more like 30 yards. Honestly, it felt like she came straight from NFL training camp. These weren't wild shots, they were perfect, deadly, and unstoppable.
That's how you feel, Caitlin, after missing 4 games from a quad injury? That's how you feel when you come back? What the hell did we just watch? Caitlin Clark in her absolute Birkin, able to get her team a victory over the undefeated New York Liberty. Let's talk about it. So as I discussed before, Caitlin Clark, this is her first game back in 4 or 5 games after dealing with the quad injury. And she did not disappoint. Came out with 32 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, almost a triple-double. But 7 3-pointers, y'all. And she was hitting them from 40 feet. Like, she was literally shooting from anywhere.
32 points. Let that sink in. This wasn't just basketball, it was a one-woman show, and every scene ended with a perfect shot. She tied her career high in threes and made it look easy. Blink, and she's already shooting from the logo like it's practice. Meanwhile, the once undefeated Liberty looked like they were just extras in the Caitlin Clark show.
And most elite performances we have ever seen from Caitlin Clark. Now, I gotta remind everybody about this. Caitlin Clark is coming off an injury, bro. What we seen today was greatness. This was similar to the Michael Jordan flu game. I mean, it's up there type deal, bro. Caitlin Clark just handed the New York Liberty the ass whooping of a lifetime. And what's crazy about all of this is that the referees couldn't even save them. See, last time the referees was able to save New York and they walked away with the victory.
Meanwhile, somewhere else in the same building, Angel Reese was doing her usual thing. Grabbing rebounds like she's stocking up for winter, tossing the ball around like it's no big deal. She finished with 10 rebounds, 4 points, and plenty of posing, like she's ready for a modeling deal. But if you ask her, she's still the star of the show.
As Caitlin Clark is back in the WNBA today, and I could not be happier. And to start off the game with the New York Liberty, she is putting on a show. First clip we're going to watch here is Sabrina Ionescu missing a 3 because she wants to be Caitlin and she just isn't. And look at this dime of a pass. Oh my gosh, can you just be a quarterback already? But then it gets better. Caitlin goes on a 9-0 run by herself within the span of 50 seconds.
They call Angel Reese the face of the league, but while Caitlin Clark was lighting up the court like a 4th of July finale, Angel was busy reminding everyone she's got the attitude. Reese moves like a double-double machine full of ego and hustle, but the scoreboard forgot to show up for her. Her shot chart? A horror story, lots of tries, nothing falling. She's under the rim tossing bricks like she's building a stadium, but hey, she's grabbing rebounds and saying, "Don't worry, team, I'll catch the miss again." Caitlin's playing 5D chess, while Angel's just snatching rebounds like she's playing Hungry Hippos. And still, Angel keeps talking like the league revolves around her. She says she's bringing the attention, which is partly true, people are watching. The real question is, are they tuning in for the game or the drama? Caitlin's dropping logo threes, while Angel's just bringing WWE energy with no offensive highlights to back it up.
288, we finally hit triple digits thanks to CC22. Caitlin Clark, folks, 3 threes in 38 seconds in the first half. Caitlin Clark hit 3 logo bombs, by the way. 3 logo bombs in 38 seconds. This was the Caitlin Clark we all said, oh, she's different. She's sent from outer space. The Caitlin Clark that we saw today was the Caitlin Clark that we were accustomed to seeing. Oh, it feels...
There's a big difference between being talked about and actually being watched. Caitlin Clark is watched, every game, every shot, every time she crosses half court, defenders hold their breath. Angel Reese? She's talked about, for her posing, her antics, and her so-called rivalry with Caitlin, which honestly feels one-sided now. You can't just grab some rebounds, throw in a scowl, and call yourself a superstar. The game still matters. The scoreboard still matters. Attitude doesn't stop the shot clock. Caitlin didn't just show up, she dominated. She wasn't padding stats, she was rewriting the story. Meanwhile, Reese looked like a motivational speaker stuck in a power forward's body, talking big but missing layups like it was a hobby. Caitlin's threes didn't just beat the Liberty, they crushed anyone who thought she'd fade after her rough rookie start. She's locked in now. The passes are sharper, the spacing is better, and her shots? They're insane. She's launching bombs from deep, like she's filing a flight plan with every shot. Every time Caitlin let it fly, time stopped, the crowd held its breath, and commentators went wild. You don't get that unless you're box office.
Look at that. Caitlin Clark putting another game together that proves that she is the reason why people are watching the WNBA. And definitely not because of Angel Reese. In her very first game back from injury, she puts up 32, 8, and 9. Okay? Super close to a triple-double on over 50% shooting from the field and 50% shooting from the three-point line. And not only did she have a great performance, but she also led her team to a 14-point victory, so not even a close game, against a team that was previously undefeated and arguably the best team in the WNBA on her first game back.
Meanwhile, Angel Reese could make a shot, and the crowd might still be scrolling on their phones. That's not superstardom, that's background noise. When it comes to swagger, Caitlin's got the quiet, deadly kind. She hits a deep three and jogs back like she's already thinking about dinner. Reese has enough attitude to power a whole city, but the numbers don't lie. You can't strut out of a single-digit scoring night and call it dominance. You can't flex after missed shots and expect people to believe the hype. Caitlin's confidence comes from buckets. Reese's confidence comes from branding. And that's a huge difference. Caitlin's not just making noise, she's making history. Rookie records? She's breaking them. Viewership? She's growing it. She's putting the basketball back in women's basketball. Meanwhile, Angel is running the best PR campaign the scoreboard has never heard of. If marketing was a stat, she'd be MVP. But we're watching the games, not just the interviews. The gap is getting bigger. Caitlin Clark is getting better every game, cutting through defenses, making defenders look like traffic cones, and turning the Indiana Fever from a joke into a threat. Her passes are sharp, her moves are elite, her confidence is electric, and she's carrying the weight of the league and millions of fans. Angel? She's still boxing out like the rim owes her money and shooting like the ball's allergic to the net.
Is under fire from the Chicago Sky general manager. The general manager names Angel Reese by name and says, we need more out of you. Now I'm scrolling through Twitter, doing my thing. You guys know how I do. Got the air breezing through my hair in those Twitter streets. I do. And I take a look and I see something that catches my attention. The Chicago Sky make a request to Angel Reese amid losing streak. Interesting. What is this request?
But sure, let's keep pretending this is a rivalry. Let's pretend it's Ollie versus Frazier, when really, it's Caitlin Clark versus her own potential, because at this point, her biggest competition is herself. Her ceiling keeps rising, and so does she. She's not just raising the bar, she's turning it into a launch pad. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is still stuck on the ground floor, waving from the rebound pile. It's honestly funny. The constant reminders that it's not just Caitlin now sound like the jealous cousin at a birthday party who swears their gift was better, while everyone's crowded around Caitlin's highlight reel. It's not that Angel doesn't matter, but her claim to the throne feels way too early. You can't crown yourself if the scoreboard keeps telling a different story. Caitlin didn't ask to be the face of the WNBA, she earned it, shot by shot, gritty win by gritty win. Even when Indiana was losing, people still watched her because she was doing things no rookie should be doing. Now she's winning, beating the best team in the league with a casual 32 points and a mic drop. Angel Reese makes headlines, but Caitlin Clark makes the game better. Sure, it's not just Caitlin who brings eyes to the WNBA, but let's be real, she's the reason most people stay. And by the way, Caitlin had been out for 4 straight games, that's like a basketball eternity. Apparently, all she needed was a little rest to come back and casually destroy elite teams for fun.
On ball at a very, very high efficiency rate today, 7 for 14 from long distance, shooting 50%. I'm not gonna lie, shooting the 3-pointer 14 times is wild in one game. But listen, when you hitting it like that, why not? Lexi Hall, another decent game from her, 14 points, shooting 50% from the field. And then we have Aaliyah Boston with 10 points, 11 boards, and 6 assists. Another almost triple-double for her. Great bounce back game for Indiana because they have severely been struggling without Caitlin. Child, I know they're happy she's back on that floor because they look like a completely different team when she's in her